Hello everyone, today's video is going to be another edition of my Singles Saturday video series. I started doing this on my channel over a year ago where I pull out single component eyeshadows, or in this case magnetic singles, and I create a look with them and post it on a Saturday, similar to like a throwback Thursday. I just really wanted to get use out of my neglected singles. I usually don't use these very often. I've yet to reach for this specific palette with more of my neutrals in it, warm and cool. So far, since I've rearranged all my singles, I've definitely used the other palettes, but I haven't reached into this neutral one, so I really wanted to do that today because these have been the most neglected in my opinion. I do have a playlist down below of all my single Saturdays, and then I have made this an open collab, so anyone and everyone, please do a single Saturday, and if you tag me in the video, I will put it into my community playlist. I'm getting re-inspired to do this series again because for a long time it wasn't doing very good on my channel, so I did not feel the need to keep making the videos, and I also haven't been doing it on Instagram either. But anyway, I decided to get back into the swing of things, bring it back for August, and at least do one a month. I'm going to try and do one a month like I would do Throwback Thursdays, but also I haven't done those in a while. But my friend DW and my friend Olivia actually did recently single Saturday videos, and I am so excited that people are starting to do them again, which is inspiring me to do them again. So this is a Shop Miss A palette. This is an AOA Pro magnetic palette. It's just black with like rose gold. I put stickers all over it, but then inside it does have a mirror, which the mirror is, you know, a good quality mirror, but usually my shadows makes little indents because Sydney Grace likes to top up the eyeshadows. This is what the inside of my more neutral palette looks like. I think every single one of these is Sydney Grace, except this little guy is Viseart. It just didn't fit in my other Viseart palette that I have all my stuff depotted. And then these three are from my Kaja Bento trio. Andi from Andi Does Stuff gave me these little magnetic tabs so I could put these in here because I told her like I don't ever use my Kaja Bento trio, and she was in the midst of depotting all her stuff. So I said like I really wanted to pot that palette, but I don't have any metal backs because these are not magnetic, or I don't have any magnet backs because these are not magnetic. So she sent some to me. Selfless lady over there. I'll leave everyone I'm talking about down below, but this is what I'm gonna go with. And when I was reaching for palettes to be like, what am I going to wear today? This is the shade that really spoke to me. The one shade called Fireworks and the one shade called Coffee Cake. Fireworks is what originally caught my eye, which is this one above. Coffee Cake is definitely very similar. I don't need both of them, but there's just a slight undertone difference. Fireworks is slightly more purple. I don't know if you can tell. And Coffee Cake's slightly more brown. Does it really matter? No, it's gonna look the same on the eyes anyway. I don't know if I'm going to keep one or the other, but they're both beautiful. And I really want to use Fireworks, the top one, today in my look. We will go over all the shades that I use at the very end. The shade has some cool and some little bit of warmth in it, but I think I am going to stick, at least with this warm matte shade, I may use this dark gray to blend it out, but we'll just go with the flow. And I'll share all the shadows I am going to use at the very end. I do have a code with Sydney Grace, so if you are interested in buying anything from the brand, I'm excited for their Christmas in July. One of these stickers from Christmas in July 2024. I really enjoy making a purchase from Sydney Grace in the Christmas holiday sale. There's Shiloh, he's leaving. He doesn't want to be a part of the party anymore. But I really do like Sydney Grace shadows, and they do have amazing singles. I only have one like physical full palette from them, but I really end up loving these singles. I mean, I have them littered in my collection. I don't have just these neutrals. I think I am gonna try and build like a warm and a cool sort of look, because the first shade I put on is pretty warm or a little neutral, and I'll put on this gray to try and cool her down a little bit. I love Sydney Grays, and I do have a code. It is down below. It is affiliated, so I do make a small commission, and I would appreciate it if you were to use it. I did just come back from vacation, so I really wanted to share with you guys about my vacation. Went to Ocean City, Maryland. It was really fun. We went just a long weekend. I do wish that I was there an extra day, but going on this like 3-day trip really showed me that I do prefer just a little extra time in the places that I am going to. So we left on a Friday morning, and we did like just an activity, went to a zoo, and we did that Friday afternoon, so then we could check into our hotel like right at 4 when we were allowed to. And I feel like I just did not get enough time. I feel like we could have done a lot more. I really like to try like new restaurants and stuff, and I feel like we just did not have the time. Now he's back. I don't have the patience to like stop and restart filming my video. I hate in the mornings that he doesn't know what to do. Like, does he want to lay in bed? Does he want to go out and lay on the couch? Or does he want to annoy the crap out of me in my office? Your clicky clacks are getting picked up on the camera, sir. When this room was all carpet and the hallway was carpet, like, I didn't care him going up, down, and sideways because you couldn't tell anyway, because you couldn't hear it. But now you can hear it. And it bothers me just a little bit, I don't know how to edit like my sound to remove certain things in my sound, and I don't know if I can do that in iMovie. And I know I can make it louder. Usually I just use the auto function. Before I start editing, I just click the auto button, which then I have figured out that that really amplifies the air conditioning sound that you hear, and I kind of stopped doing that. Once my air conditioner situation, like I don't have to use it anymore, I will turn the auto feature back on, because some people have said my videos aren't loud enough. We did have a beach day, which was really, really fun. I am usually not one that enjoys the beach, and it's been a long time since I've been to the beach and actually tried to enjoy the beach. I am someone, like, where I'm going, I try and make the absolute best of my trip as possible. So like everyone else is in the water, like I am gonna try and push myself and go in the water too. And I got up to like about my knees, like consistent water is like to my knees, but I definitely got very wet because with the waves and stuff, like my hair got wet. So I definitely glad I wore a swimsuit, but I don't go out because around here, and I don't know how it is in other places, Delaware, New Jersey, Maryland, coast, it's so sandy, or the water is like so brown that you can't see where you're stepping. It's not crystal clear water. And I don't really know why that is, but I do not like to not see where I'm going. Also, jellyfish, really bad. We saw them littered up and down the sand, because the little babies come up and they don't ever go back down. But when me and my sister were like in the water, we definitely saw some just floating in the waves. Glad I never got stung, but they were definitely bad this year. This is just my base of matte, so we're gonna go in with glitter grasp. I really want to try the Divina one. Like, it's $10, which is like a really good price. It's like $10 or $11 or whatever for the glitter Grasp, or that's what Unearthly's is called, I don't know. But then shipping is like $10. And I'm like, if I'm just buying a glitter glue, I am not spending the same amount of money on shipping. And like, do I need any more single eyeshadows? I mean, obviously not. Like, I have duplicates in my collection. I would love to try Davina singles too, but I'm just not in a spot where it's feasible for me to buy more singles. One of my favorite activities is going in the same stores. Well, it's not the same store, but it's all of the stores like on the boardwalk and stuff, because they all sell this like same or similar things. I thought it was so funny. In a Sensation store, my fiance does like to fish, so I got him a shirt that says it's so big you have to hold it with both hands, and it's a picture of a guy not a guy, but like two hands holding a fish. But I thought it was hilarious, so I bought it for him. I think I am gonna wear that like glittery shade from the Kaja Bento trio in the inner corner. I can't remember how light this shadow is. And I may top, it's just a little lighter. It does like have a lot of shimmer and glitter in it. I do have pan in that shade. So like, I've used the Bento trio enough to hit pan on something in there. So I'll put it in my inner corner. I'm just gonna top like the front portion of my eyelid. It's just a little bit more glittery than the Sydney Grace color. Sydney Grace is definitely more of a true metallic shimmer. Yeah, I really do. I like that eye look. So this is where we're at currently. Very pretty. I like the little sparkles, and then once we get eyeliner and mascara and stuff on, it'll look a lot better. I'll do my cheeks with you, why not? I'm gonna use my Judy Doll palette because I've been really liking this recently. I'm just gonna mix the two like bronzer contour powders together. They're very, very soft powders, so it doesn't really matter, but I really do like the soft contour because I don't really have cheekbones really. So I'm just going to try and naturally contour that area. And then the one shade I feel is a little too dark for this use, so I like to mix them. But my beach vacation, we definitely were in the water, which usually I'm not one to go in the water, so that was really fun. Didn't really go to many restaurants. I went to Tony's Pizza, which if you're from around, you know Tony's Pizza is like a staple, and I really just picked the pieces that were the least burnt. They make the full pizza, put it in the case, and then if you order one, they just throw it back in the oven thing. I ate that 2 nights in a row, which we were only there for 2 nights total, because getting a $5 to $8 slice of pizza, which I know that's ridiculous, but we are on vacation and you know everything is higher priced. I really wanted to not spend $1 million there, and I got a set amount of cash out, and I still have a little bit of cash left over, so that's a fun win. But going on a boardwalk and getting something quick food that's not really all that good for you, and out of all the options on the food on the boardwalk, pizza is pretty much my only option. It's cheaper than if we were to go out to a restaurant. I've been really trying to get a full refresh out of my Project 10 Uses stuff, so I have been using these products. I'm using my Mary blush very, very lightly. I don't want anything too intense. And then I used my Sydney Grace cream highlighter and sugar cookie. I do like the Paradise on Ice one much better. This one is just a tad icy for me, and I'm fair. So if you're even fairer than me or like a very blinding white highlighter, that one is definitely for you. I'll use my Morphe finishing powder to set the blush, but as well to blend everything out. On my lips, I'm going to go a little bit darker. So this is the Oden's Eye Matte Lip Stain in shade Perfect Plum. It's not really a plum color, it's more of a dark red, but we're just going to use it because it's in my project. And I am wearing my red pants, so I am going to feel like that's necessary today. I will go and do my lips, eyeliner, mascara off camera. I do want to update you on my mascara situation. So I recently got the Ilia. This is the Fullest Volumizing Mascara. I got this in a FabFitFun, my fall FabFitFun. I was super excited for it because I really like the Ilia tube that's white. This is god awful. First off, the brush is so big. I got mascara all over the place every single day. It was without fail. It wasn't even that old, unless it was old in FabFitFun to begin with. But I've had it open for like a month and it is flaking, and every single day I felt like I had something in my eye. And my fiance was like, if I had a bingo card of all the things that you say, I think there's something in my eye, will definitely be on the list. This is horrible. I have to declutter it, and because I've only used it for like a month, I'm not counting it as an empty. I'm just throwing it in the trash. That's where it belongs. So I opened my mascara from What's Up Beauty, the Watch Me mascara. This one is definitely much better. I still feel like I get mascara all over myself. Not as bad as the Ilia one. And the wand is just definitely interesting. So you have like a normal mascara wand, and then you have these spiky bits, which is definitely interesting. And then the end is just like a round piece of plastic. I don't know if I like that part. But so far the mascara has been working really well. It is a lot better than the Ilia one, but I will go and do all those things and I'll be back. This here is my finished and final look for today's single Saturday. I did put some white eyeliner on my lower rim just because there was a lot of darkness going on. Dark on the eyes, dark on the lower lash line, my black winged eyeliner. It just fit better to have something light and bright on the inner corner. When I said about the What's Up Beauty mascara, like this eye went on really good. This eye, it got all over, and it got like up in here, so I had to like try and get it off. And then like my eyeshadow is kind of not there anymore. So I was trying to like blend what is there down to where I missed, and now I'm like, my eyeliner's all messed up. Am I just having a struggle bus with mascara? Because it is unbelievable the amount of issues I've had with my mascaras. It is so bad. It's not the best, but it's definitely better than what it was before. Mascara is just so difficult because if it's too dry, then it flakes everywhere and then it bothers my eyes. If it's too wet, then it gets literally everywhere. This mascara, it got everywhere because the thing was too big. The wand was too big. And it was just so dry that it just flaked everywhere. So like two bad stones in one. The What's Up Beauty mascara, it's too wet, so it just naturally gets everywhere, and it is such a pain in the butt to remove. And I'm so tired of mascara. Like, I want to just put my mascara on and go. Like, I hate putting on mascara, but I need mascara. I really do like today's eye look, and this is what it looks like up close. Don't mind this eye because of the situation I just told you about. But I really like that fireworks color, and I really like the warm with the cool sort of undertone. And if you want to go more warm, I could have definitely gone in with the coffee cake one. But the shades I used for my crease area, White Sand Beach. This is like one of my most used shadows from Sydney Grace, and it is just like a really nice, simple, warm brown sort of color. Then I deepened up the outer corner with this color called Prairie Smoke. It's just like, I want to say it's a satin gray, but it is like a matte to satin dark gray, which I think blended out really nicely. Because of the stark difference in color, I really needed something to kind of bridge that gap. I used this shade called Sandstorm. It's just a medium, I would say neutral toned brown. It's a really pretty color. Also, I don't know if any of these are actually available on Sydney Grace's website. Pretty much all of my singles I have received as either free gift with purchases or from mystery boxes. That's kind of what I like because I am so indecisive. Fireworks, this is that shade. It is so pretty, but that is pretty much all over the lid. And then my Kaja Bento Trio was in Smolder season, and I used the lightest shade. Do you want to see that pan? And I used that on the inner corner, and then I topped my entire lid, or the inner lid, with that one. So that was my single Saturday, using all of my singles. I do have my other one set up in colors. So I have one that's yellow, green, and blue with a little bit of neutral that goes with the yellows. And then I do have a like pink, purple, red one. But this is all my extra ones, and they, obviously I have a little bit more room to grow, but do I need to grow? No, I do not. These are all my cooler and warmer tone eyeshadows, and I like to mix the metals every once in a while. I think it's really pretty. I really enjoyed today's look, and if you want to use your singles, if you tag me on Instagram or you tag me on YouTube, hashtag singles Saturday, then I will be able to find it. But if you guys enjoy little talk through, get ready with me's using makeup that I already own, this is the channel for you. I do a lot of makeup related content, eyeshadow related content using what I have. I recommend you subscribe, check out my Single Saturday playlist linked down below. I recommend you like this video if you enjoyed, hype it up so more people can find it. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on today's look? Do you love Sydney Grace as much as I do? Do you use your singles as often as you should? I love talking to you guys down there. I love and appreciate all of you guys so much, and I shall see you guys next time.